How did Edgar Morin die at 104? While the official cause of his death has not yet been confirmed, the impact of his departure struck the world of thought like an overwhelming shockwave. Planet Earth woke up quieter and plunged into deep mourning this Friday, May 29, 2026. A few weeks away from celebrating his 105th birthday, the legendary French philosopher, anthropologist, and sociologist bid farewell to life, leaving behind a legacy that transcends time. The man who dedicated every breath of his century-long existence to teaching us to embrace complexity now and definitively enters eternity. The sad and sudden news struck right at the heart of the academic, scientific, and educational communities on every continent. From Paris to Mexico, the lament echoed unanimously and movingly. In Brazil, researchers, professors, and intellectuals expressed profound grief over the irreparable loss of the master. The Edgar Morin Center for Study and Research declared its immense mourning for the loss of its honorary president, master, and friend. Acclaimed historian Lilia Schwartz paid a visceral tribute, recalling that Morin directly combated modernity's greatest illusion, the belief that the world can be understood by isolated parts. Prominent figures from institutions like the Institute of Energy and Environment at USP also came forward, highlighting the immense void left by the one who was an invaluable compass for thousands of minds. But to understand the true magnitude of this loss, we need to go back in time and look at a journey that surpasses any movie script. Born in the city of Paris back in 1921, his birth name was Edgar Nahum. However, it was while submerged in the shadows and horrors of World War II, when France was invaded by Hitler's Nazi forces, that the true hero was forged. Morin did not bow to oppression. He did not seek the safe comfort of offices. He chose the trench. Actively participating in the French resistance and risking his own life in the anti-fascist struggle, he was forced to live clandestinely. And it was precisely in the invisible tension of being discovered and captured that he adopted the pseudonym Morin, a war name that would protect him, and that, in the end, would become synonymous with his own immortality. With the conclusion of the war, Morin's combative and indomitable spirit never retreated. Armed only with the overwhelming power of his ideas, he transformed into an implacable critic of all forms of authoritarianism and tyranny. He fought Stalinism with the same grit with which he faced Nazism. He dedicated his long life to proving that society, nature, and the universe are inseparably connected. Throughout his monumental career, he wrote more than 30 books, also eternalizing himself through his historic partnership with UNESCO. From this collaboration was born 7 Complex Lessons in Education for the Future, an essential manual for intellectual survival to rescue humanity from its own abysses. Today, the eternal warrior of the resistance finally rests. Multiversidad, mundo real. Edgar Morin perfectly defined the weight of this moment. The work of this universal thinker will endure forever, guiding our every effort to reconnect knowledge and understand what it truly means to be human. Edgar Morin not only survived more than a century of conflicts, revolutions, and innovations, he shaped this century with his own hands. He taught us to look at the whole and not just the parts. May this unforgettable master rest in absolute peace, knowing that his grand mission among us was accomplished with unblemished mastery. Leave your tribute and your message to this true giant of knowledge here in the comments. How did the ideas and history of Edgar Morin impact your worldview? Your voice is fundamental in this moment of farewell. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like on the video so we can continue honoring the memory of those who changed our history forever.